All right, let's do it, hon.
Are we on?
We are.
Hello, everybody.
We're super excited for you to be here today. And I want to thank y'all for taking time out of your busy schedule and be here with us. And this is all about showing proof that you can learn a lifelong skill that can help you make $1,000 per day online with these simple skills that we're going to go over tonight. So I'm super excited that you're here. Go ahead and get a pen and paper, turn off all of the cell phones and stuff like that. And just because we've got it packed full, I've got my husband here. We have a special guest to come on too. And so we're, like I said, we're just super excited for you to be here.
Yes, we are. I'm gonna tell you what, this is something that you're going to be able to use for the rest of your life, no matter what field you're in. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm super excited about it. I mean, I've never seen a program like this that you can do. You know, anybody can do it, and it doesn't take a lot of money. You don't have to spend your fortunes to do it.
So what we want to do is just tell you a little bit about ourselves and our situation, and also bring our special guest on and give a little bit of her story before we get further into the presentation that y'all are all here to learn more about the secret, right?
Just a little background.
So, tell them a little bit about herself, my love.
We've been married 27 years, and we've worked together everywhere. I mean, wherever I worked, she worked. We've owned a truck stop together. We've driven trucks together. We drove trucks for 20 years together. In 2013, I got sick. I started passing out behind the wheel. Now I'm telling you, we were making good money. We were making around $150 a year driving a truck, and we were home every weekend. It was an ideal job if you're going to be a truck driver. We really enjoyed it, but I started getting sick and I started passing out behind the wheel. And as a result, you can't be riding down the road with 80,000 pounds of rubber and steel behind you and passing out at the wheel. So
not a good activity.
It's not a good activity. So I had to come home, but we still had to make a living. So Jennifer continued driving while I'm sitting here at the house, and I went to all kinds of specialists, never found out what was wrong with me. And I still have these little fits every now and then where I pass out. But I lost my license. So not only did I lose my license, lost her insurance. And we decided we needed to find something that we could do to bring her home. I did not like her being out there. I mean, think about this. A young lady like her out there on the road by herself 5 days a week, every week. It scared me to death. So we decided we'd find something to do online. Lots of opportunities, and a lot of good companies out there. So we decided we looked at a whole bunch of different companies, and we joined this one company that's a high-ticket affiliate marketing company. It's an excellent company. We've made fairly decent money with them. But along the way, we've spent our 401k. We spent we racked up credit card debt. Let's just put it this way, to keep our business going, because we know it's going to be successful, just as everyone else does. It's just, it takes money to build that business, at least as we thought. So we spent. And a little embarrassing to say, but right after we started this program, we were down to $2.69 in our bank account. But the next day, as a matter of fact, within 48 hours, I think it was, we made $2,000 with this company, with this program. And then since then, I think we've made $6,000 so far. We've been in it 7 weeks. We've made $6,000, and it's going to reach that point where it just snowballs. So, I mean, that's a little bit about us. We struggled like everybody else, you know. I can't say, I'll be honest with you, I really can't say enough about what this program will do for you. We're taking the money now that we're making with this and investing it back in our other businesses, because it takes several streams of income. You can't make it on just, one item in your store. Right. If you're just selling apples, you're not going to get rich.
And
You know?
that's the beauty of this program, is that it works with all businesses that you are in. It doesn't matter if you're in health and wellness, affiliate marketing, network marketing, any type of business. It doesn't even matter if you're in a brick and mortar. This is what you need, and we'll go into this a little bit further on, is that you need to have two secret skills, and it's about the marketing and then the personal growth, and they so tie together. And as we go through this, we'll explain a little bit more about that, but it's because of the support and the community and the team that we're able to absorb all of this knowledge and grow as personal growth to become that leader that we all dream that we want to become. Because it's all really about branding yourself and being unique and stand out away from the noise in this new modern day way of approaching people to your program or your product. It's not about selling, okay? It's about helping others grow. And there was a famous gentleman that said that, what was his name?
I don't know which one you're talking about.
But the only way that you are to be successful.
No. The saying is to be successful, help others become successful. If you want to be rich, help other people become rich. The one thing that this program brings is a team. Listen, I've been with other companies, and you join them, you pay the money, and then you don't see nobody. And you've got to bark really loud to get an answer. When we came here to this, our mentor, his team, the team that we've built, it's magnificent. I mean, because let's face it, nobody gets rich on their own. I don't care who you are. You don't get rich on your own. You might have the ideas, you might have the skills, but you're going to need some support team. And that's what this thing brings to the table. It helps you become a leader. It helps you step into your leadership role as the leader of your team, and it helps you build that team, a cohesive team. All right. So, how about you want to bring on Nicole? Yeah. Okay. We want to introduce a young lady, Nicole, who is just tearing it up with this.
Yes, she is. So share a little bit about your story and your journey with us a little bit, if you don't mind.
All right.
Nicole?
Thank you so much for having me on here. Can you hear me okay?
We can.
All right. And I loved hearing your story. I've heard pieces of your story, but I haven't heard the entire story. So that's just so inspiring how you're able to turn it around and to hear that, from so many different people on different walks of life, different backgrounds. And I'm so glad you have an accent. I'm usually the most country person on every single interview. They're like, where are you from? So I heard your accent. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I feel at home. So, yeah. So my background, direct sales, traditional direct sales, the home parties, all that kind of stuff. So I hope it's not breaking up. I think it's breaking up a little bit. But I come from the home parties and all that. I was in this company for about 3 years. And I worked my butt off. I mean, I did this, I quit my other jobs to do this. And I did everything my upline was telling me to do. You got to do the home parties. You got to do this. You got to do that. So on the outside, it looked like I was doing okay because I was getting promotions. I was getting all the recognition. I got to walk on stage and get an award and get a free cruise and free products and all that. But free products and cruises don't pay your bills. So I was spending so much in business expenses. At the end of the day, when I'm looking at my taxes or I'm looking at what I actually made after all that, it wasn't much at all. And it was kind of depressing, because, after about, a few years, you think you should be building up the business and getting that leverage and everything. And it wasn't going anywhere. It just kind of, went downhill instead of, getting better.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I had to make a change. I saw people online, being successful. I knew it could happen, but I didn't know where to start because my upline was totally against doing anything online. So they kind of cut me off altogether when they saw that I was promoting my business online. They didn't want anything to do with me. They wanted me to do it one way or the highway.
Wow.
So I got into one online marketing company and I learned a lot. I learned a lot of skills. I learned, mindset, personal development stuff. But, they focused pretty much 100% on paid ads. I didn't have a job at the time. I didn't have a cash flow to put in these ads. So it was a high ticket program. I've spent a lot of money just to get in the door, just to get my foot in the door. And I didn't realize they don't tell you how much you have to spend each month until you get in there. And they're like, oh, by the way, you got to do this and that. And then you get a coach. You get a business coach who's actually, a salesman. And all they do, you get on the phone with them and you ask them questions and, you try to get help from them, but they're basically reading off a script. I kid you not. I don't know if you guys have been through this.
Mhm.
They're reading off a script, wanting you to upgrade to these $5,000 products, $10,000 coaching when you haven't made a single dime in the company yet. You haven't even gotten through, the training or anything. It blew my mind. I didn't realize it till after I looked back and I'm like, wait a minute, like that just doesn't make sense to me. So, and then you get back there and there's a huge back office, all the, great products, great training, but I don't even know where to start. So many marketing strategies, so many things, directions you can go. You're just pulled in every direction, all these shiny objects. So I just, kept spinning my wheels. I was, putting 100% into this and it just was not working. I was spending all this money. I didn't see a return. When I did get a small sale, it was like a $20 sale and I was spending hundreds of dollars in ads. So it just wasn't adding up. I had to go back to work for someone else after having my freedom, having that taste of freedom and going back to work for somebody else. It was the worst job I've ever had. It felt like I was in jail. These people they were crazy. So that was the last straw and I knew I had to make it work. And that's when, I started with this company and everything. And everything turned around since then. The company is awesome. The products are awesome, but it's way more than that because I was actually on a totally different team. So I started off, I did okay. Everything was going. We were building momentum. And then the team totally dropped off the face of the earth. No warning, nothing. They all just started promoting different things. And there's a lot of marketers like this. I see it all the time. And they'll get everybody in, oh, this big launch, this is the new thing, this is the best thing, you need to get in. They'll do a big campaign and, everybody makes some money or whatever. They disappear and I just couldn't believe that because that was everything. That was my full-time income. And they didn't teach you leadership skills. They taught you how to be a follower. So I saw everybody else, in this company just follow them from program to program to program, kept spending money and they weren't being successful. So I was like, I know I have a great thing here. I love the company, the comp plan, everything's good. I just need a team. Like I have a team under me and I don't know how to lead them, how to be successful and get that duplication. I wasn't getting the duplication with my team that I wanted. So I joined Black Ops. I had been watching them for months, trying to figure out what they were doing because I knew it was the same company. I was like, what's the secret? How are these people making so much money? And it really is like deep personal development, like your subconscious mind getting over things in your past, those mind blocks that are holding you back. That's a big piece to it. And the team. I mean, everybody collaborates together. Like we're not even on the same personal team. It doesn't matter. We're on this huge marketing team together. We all do interviews, we all help each other out. Danny, who's, your sponsor, we're not connected at all, but he jumped on a video chat the other day with me and spent a lot of time, helping me with stuff, and I didn't even really ask him to do that. He offered to do that. So it just shows that, you learn leadership and you learn really, like you said, how to brand yourself, how to get yourself out there and step into your power.
Mm-hmm.
Be that credible leader that people want to follow. So those have been the main differences that I've noticed. And the team duplication just follows because you are a leader, you know those leadership skills. So that part comes easy, and your team just starts, building that energy, building that momentum. And that's it. That's the ticket right there. That was the missing link that I couldn't find anywhere else.
And you just had a pretty awesome day. I can't wait to have one myself. Tell me what you just made.
Right. $3,000 a day. It's not too bad. That's more than I made in any of my jobs in a whole month.
How hard was that to make that? It was really hard, wasn't it?
Not hard at all. Because really all you're connecting. What we do is just connecting. We're not pushing links. We're not spamming people. We market in a way you can feel good about. You don't have to feel like a car salesman out there pushing your products on everybody. They teach us how to attract the people, the quality people to you.
And you build a relationship with them. And even though we take them through a process, it's still, even after the process, they still love your page. They love the value. And it's the market that we help you do and turn your Facebook into an ATM machine by these simple steps that I'm about to show everybody around.
I'm telling you.
So, Nicole, I certainly appreciate telling your story to us. I love it. You're very inspirational.
Thank you very much.
You're a great leader yourself, and thank you again for coming on with me and us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, so let's switch gears and let's go over to the slide. So, can you actually see that, Nicole? Did I lose everybody? Let's see, make sure. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. All right. So our promise to you is that we're about to show you how it's possible to add another $100,000 to your annual income. We're going to show you how you can have 4-figure days online without spending a penny on paid ads.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, and those of you that are in the business, you can spend a fortune. You might think you're getting a deal. I can get them for so much a click. You end up spending a fortune to get those paid advertisements. And really, sometimes you do well, sometimes you don't.
Right.
More times than not, you don't.
So if you stick around until the end, we've got some special bonuses. We're going to actually tell you about a 10K factor. And so if you stick around to the end of the training, it's going to be well worth the stay. So like I said, just go ahead and turn all of your cell phones off, and let's get started with this. So close the windows. Now, so if you're really serious about creating more traffic, more leads, and having more profits stay in your pockets, then let me tell you, please just stay focused and get you a pen and paper so that you can actually, take down some notes, because like I said, it's going to be a packed thing. So we're doing the right thing now. Right? We are doing it because we've got the 1K system behind us. We have the millionaire mentoring, right? So, but we've done so much things wrong.
Yeah, over the years, over the past 2 years, we've listened to people. Nicole said earlier about the shiny objects. I'm going to tell you, there's so many shiny objects, and the minute that you get into marketing online, they come out of the woodwork. They want to show you, they want to say this program, you'll get so many leads from this program. You get so many leads from that program. Next thing you know, you're spending your money just left and right, because everybody's making promises. Promises, it costs money. Program, if I learn this this exact figure there, this exact formula we're getting ready to show you, if I'd have learned this back 2 years ago, we would still have all of our savings, still have all of our money, and I would never, ever spend a penny on paid advertising. I personally will never spend it again on paid advertising because you can get them for free, you know. But our biggest problem was we listened to the wrong people.
We was always trying to pitch our family and friends when we started this. I mean, who haven't got that list together, and your family and friends, you've done approached them so many times, and they run for you when they see you, or they don't answer your phone call.
Yeah, you pull up in front of the house, and they go, "Oh God, they're here. Turn the lights off." Yeah, exactly.
So that's one of the biggest problems that we have right now. I mean, this is not going to, it's not going to make you pitch to your family and friends.
Yeah, you don't have to pitch. You don't pitch this to family.
Because there's no reason for, people hate getting rejected. And this is going to solve that problem with that. Okay, then what happens is after they've gone through their family and friends, then they don't know how to generate those leads.
Exactly.
That it takes now to be that's the lifeblood of your business, because if you don't have eyeballs looking at your opportunity, then you don't have anybody looking at your opportunity. You're not going to make any sales.
Yeah, nobody in the house, no money.
So with this program, they actually show you how to target the right people that we'll go over a little bit more.
Yes.
Okay. So a lot of people struggle then. So they do know how to generate them sales, but then they get those sales and they don't know what to do with them.
Eventually they get those leads. They get those leads. And then once they get the leads, it's like, okay, now I got all these leads. I've seen that many times. People say, well, I got all these names and these email addresses in my back office, but I don't know what to do with them.
Yeah, so what do we do with them? So this is actually going to help you with all of those.
It'll show you how to turn your warm market into a hot market.
Right, and just like Nicole had said that she had the team, but they wasn't teaching the team duplication, the leadership skills, the personal development that it requires you to actually step into your leadership role. And so that you will get the people, you brand yourself, and you become the attractive factor.
That's right.
So another big problem on this is that they don't have a marketing budget. Just like Nicole and just like ourselves, we joined this affiliate high ticket market, and we was told that it was a done for you system. All you had to do was go, all the way up to the maximum level. So we saw that the possibilities was there, so we invested into this high affiliate company. And as we went through, yes, we made money, but it wasn't always enough to cover what the initial investment is.
Yeah, in other words, we haven't made our money back on it yet. It will.
So then what happens is that you invest in these high ticket programs, and then you have no marketing budget left because they're telling you, well, the only way that you are to make a living is to buy ads.
But they don't tell you that until after you get into it. Once you paid that high ticket, that $25,000, $30,000 to join it, then it's like, okay, now you need a budget of $5,000 a month. I don't know about y'all, but $60,000 a year just for that is a lot of money.
So another thing is that they get you to come to these live events or these other growth and development where if you want a mentorship, it could be $5,000 or $25,000 or upwards to $100,000. And and you haven't even made a penny in your initial investment, because you're not going to be able to generate those sales because you don't have it in there.
Yeah, you haven't even started attracting anybody yet.
So, they don't know how to become the attractive factor and brand yourself, because as you know, in this industry, that the leaders, the ones that actually stand out from the crowd, those are the ones that have the following, because people are looking for that leader. They love that you step into your leadership factor. And with this program, with this self-development stuff, and the leadership and the mentorship, and this is all possible. So, is any of that sound familiar to y'all? I know it was awful for us when we was going through it.
Sounds like our life, but anyway, yeah.
So it's time to help you eliminate them right now. I mean, that's what y'all are. You took your time out of your busy schedule to get on here.
That's right. All those problems that you're having, all those excuses, all those sort of fade away once you get into this.
So I want to introduce y'all to Black Ops, the underground program, marketing. Okay. So this program is a self-development and a millionaire mentoring program that actually helps you do that, that steps you into your leadership role with all of this. But, you know, we have a disclaimer.
Yeah, we've got a disclaimer. And I want to tell you this now. Okay, the results that you're about to see or hear from us are not typical. The strategies we're about to share with you generated great income results for us now, but it took commitment, and I can't say this enough, massive action taken. Can't make money unless you do the job, unless you do what it takes. Okay, and this is not for people that want to get rich quick schemes, because this is not. This takes work, you know, and only those who are coachable, and I'm talking about if you can listen to the instructions and then implement what we teach you, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for those people that want to step into their leadership, okay? And those are the things that are working for us right now, and we're happy to share them with you. I mean, it's working for Jennifer and I. It's working for Nicole. It's working for Darren. It's working for Danny. It's working for our team. It's working for everybody, okay? But you've got to do the work. And your results may be off the charts. Different. Off the charts. I mean, we've seen that too. So
we just wanted you to have that disclaimer. But what we're going to be covering with y'all is there's 3 secrets. And the first one is what the top earners in our industry actually do. The 2 key areas to mastering online for any business. This doesn't matter if you're in network marketing, multi-level marketing, which is the same thing, yeah. Affiliate marketing, health and wellness, brick and mortar. I mean, it applies to all. Because, and then the last secret is how you will be able to generate $1,000 online with zero.
Oh, I love it.
Zero money spent on ads. I love it. I love being able to profit every penny of our thing. And here's the thing: it's not 2 weeks from now. No, it's not 4 weeks from now or 6 weeks. It's the same day.
It's today. It's there.
How would you like to have the affordability of having someone join your business and utilize that cash flow today?
Man, not waiting 3 weeks to a month.
Right. It's crazy.
Anyway.
So let's cover what the top secret
our number one secret.
So our number one secret is that most of them will keep it a secret from you, because what they want to do is that they have a different mindset, because they look at you, because they don't want to share all of their secrets, because they'll start looking at you as the competitor.
Yes.
So they don't want to give away that well-known, you know, that's working for them, because they're afraid that if you do that and you duplicate that, then you will be their competitor. However, if you actually are creative and you be yourself,
you create your own market.
You create your own market.
You know, the thing of it is that there's, I could be wrong, but I think there's right around 1 billion people on the internet all around the world. And the thing of it is if you think that all of us are going to get through all those people in our lifetime, you're wrong. But here's the thing. You're going to attract the kind of people that your avatar is. We're going to attract the kind of people that are attracted to us. It's just the way it is. So there may be every now and then you might step on somebody's toes, but that's very rare, you know, very rare.
Very rare. Okay. Another thing too is what the top earners in our industry do, where most people here's what most people do. Okay, so this is the secret that they don't want to share with you. Okay, so you invest your own money into affiliate marketing or a high ticket. Okay, the primary business, right? So this is you. Like for us, we the entry for us was
$30,000.
$30,000, and we had to use our own money, just like most of us here on this training do.
Yep.
Has done.
Yep.
Okay. So when we invest in that, then they start pitching to us that we have to buy traffic.
Pay for that traffic.
Okay.
$4,500 a pop.
So every time that, I mean, as the 18 months that we went into this business, we was $120,000 in debt.
Yeah, considering our fees to join. Yeah, $120,000.
So here's what happens is that you run out of money. Okay. Just like we did. We got down to $2.69 in our bank account.
I am not kidding you.
And I mean, it was so embarrassing that we could not go and buy a jug of milk.
No, because it's $6.
So, you know, we was faced to have to go either learn a free strategy, and the typical learning curve, if you don't have the mentorship to go with it, is usually about a 2 and 4 year learning curve.
4 years, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I was facing about going back on the road to drive a truck just to pay our bills.
I didn't want that.
So, you know, so if you get the right, so let's just say you do get the right strategy, and you start investing, or you start having some leads. So you're making a little money to invest, but most people don't make it to this portion, because what happens is after they've run out of money, they hit the free traffic strategy. They don't know how to do it properly. And then they go back and say, okay, well, that venture failed. And so they go back and they take some more hard-earned money and reinvest into another opportunity that comes along. So it gets into a vicious cycle.
Just over and over and over.
That are, you know, the entrepreneurship side of us, or, you know, we get into this vicious cycle. It's the shiny object, you know.
I talked with a young lady yesterday who had been in 4 different programs. I'm like, are you tired of spending your money yet?
Exactly, right?
Lord have mercy.
So let's give y'all a little nugget of what we actually do, the top earners in the industry. Okay, so we invest into something that gives us cash flow on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. And we use Facebook. We have turned Facebook into our own little ATM machine.
Need some money?
Promote this and do it correctly. And so what it happens is that now we are on track to make more money that we get to keep. Well, guess what? We get to take that cash flow that we're making on a daily basis and back invest it into our high ticket offers and personal development growth programs to help us further us along into our leadership role.
Yep.
So you have the cash flow, but you are not risking any of your personal money or your personal capital, because it's coming in as you work your business. Okay. And then as you do that,
yes,
you have multiple streams of income. Then you have a little bit of coming into this way. You have more of the high ticket. You have more of another affiliation. You have this one. And it's just, you get on the top of the leaderboards of whatever company you're with. That's the beauty of this, is that, yes, we use Facebook as to do this, but guess what, guys? It can be utilized in any aspect of your marketing business.
Yep.
You just have to tweak it just a little bit to work on Twitter or LinkedIn or any social media platform that you care to promote. We just choose Facebook because
actually, yeah, and
there's over what, billions?
I don't know, but actually, you can use this and you can target your exact person that you want to with this program. I mean, if you're in real estate and you're looking for 20 to 30-year-olds that are looking to buy a house, you can target that, and it teaches you how to bring them in, how to show them that your product that you're offering them is better than anybody else's.
That's right. So here's the second secret, the 2 areas that you must master to be successful in your business. And it's marketing. And that's usually a free strategy or a paid strategy or whatever. You've got to know your market. Okay. And then it's all about your own personal development, tying it in. Okay. As you grow, you step into your leadership role, you brand yourself, and you become the attractive factor, and people start coming to you to guide them. Okay,
Exactly.
so let's talk about this, mastering the online business. Let's understand your target market. Okay, so the full green is in the Northern American population. Now, this could be people that have a job, that are unhappy with it, or they're happy with their life, and it takes up 85% of the population. Okay,
Yeah, they're not going to do anything to change your life.
right. So they have to be at a certain time in their life to move into this. Okay, so you notice that the yellow is the personal development. Okay, so and then you got the home-based business.
It hasn't
So-
even made a dent.
So look at your target market. This is just what we're looking for. The people that are already in that personal growth phase, and you help them along the way to start generating cash flow to reinvest in everything that they may be in. So it's always a win-win situation. So this is what we help you define in your market. And you get to target the right leads that they want to know what you're doing in this. Okay.
Yeah.
And plus, our secret is that we get $1,000 days without no ads whatsoever,
No paid ads.
no paid ads whatsoever. But in order to do this, the first thing that you must have is the right mindset. You must believe that you can make $1,000 online every day.
I don't believe I know.
That's right. We know,
I don't
right?
believe I know that I can make $1,000.
So it really starts with the right mindset. So that is crucial with having that. And as with the personal development, it will help you move into the mindset. You have access to a mentor, someone that has been there, done that already, that has been successful. Me and Paul, we were successful in our other business to a point, but this one, we're very successful because we've done $6,000 in just 7 weeks since we started.
Here's the thing about a mentor, and a lot of people, I mean, you hear that tossed around a lot, and a lot of people toss it around lightly, but the fact of the matter is, why wouldn't you go to somebody who has already done what you want to do and pick their brains? Take advice from them. If I didn't know how to rebuild an engine, I'd get somebody to come over and show me. Well, guess what? That guy is a mentor in a sense. I mean, he's showing you how to do it. Now, once you get it built, that mentor is going to stay with you and show you how to keep that engine running, how to make sure that it's always running, how to maintain it, how to do the upkeep on it. A mentor, I can't say enough about a mentor, because a mentor means one thing in essence: support.
True. Very
Support.
true.
And that's what we look for, is support.
Plus, we provide the free method to promote, to make those $1,000 days off of Facebook and turn that into a daily cash flow machine in place.
You can't tell the people that are doing this that it doesn't work. You can't. They know that it works.
Plus, you're going to get the reseller rights so that you own $1,000 worth of products, so that you will be able to make that money back. Okay? So, Jennifer, you're saying, Jennifer Paul, what is this product, right?
What is it?
What is it? Let us know. Well, I want to introduce to the Genesis Education Library. Okay? So this is all about marketing. You've got the 4-figure promotion. You've got the Twitter tips, the secret traffic source, how to work your Aweber and get response. Just wonderful tutorial videos and all kinds of PDFs that you get to use as part of your marketing in your business to grow your business. They have the email, the swipes files that you'll be able to get access. You got killer market Facebook mistakes, Google AdWords, the hashtag traffic. It's such a packed house of wonderful information for you to be able to utilize
Access it
and go
anytime.
in and grow and have it there at your fingertips when you get ready to do it. You also have access to our personal development group. This right here, these files, Darren Little is our millionaire mentor.
That guy is awesome.
He is
Look,
awesome.
and here I want to give him his kudos. Talk about integrity. This fella has nothing but integrity. If you come into this program, you best abide by the rules because, he wants everything above board. We do this his way and it works.
Yes,
You know,
we do,
I
because
respect him for
we're
that.
coachable and he's
Exactly.
our leader and it's working for him. But you also have all kinds of,
Jack Zufeld, Ray Higdon.
yeah, James Starr. I mean, these are people that are interviews. There's 24, I believe, hours of personal interviews with these top earners of our industry
Can tell you what they did.
to tell you what they done to be successful. And they're not all on affiliate marketers. These are multi-level marketers. These are
Real estate.
real estate, health and wellness. So it's a combination of just wonderful content that you have at your fingertip to grow.
Yes, indeed.
And it's like getting a cup of coffee and sitting down with them and saying, what
Right.
made you successful?
Yeah. Well, I listened to such and such,
Then, oh my goodness, there's Jack.
Oh, he's awesome.
He is such an awesome guy. I mean, there's chock full of stuff. I mean, he knows his stuff, and then if you have ever watched The Secret,
That is probably, it's probably the one we watched it 5 times, and The Secret is probably something that's propelled us forward so many times when we get stuck. We watch The Secret
we do.
and we realize what our purpose is again.
But not only do you get the village, which is the psychology and the behind the scenes of making The Secret.
Yep.
I mean, so then we also want your body to be in line, because sometimes we forget, we sit down, we work so hard, and we forget that we need to get up and move and take care of our body. All we're focused on making money, or helping people
Yeah.
or whatever.
Here's what they do. They focus on mind, body, and soul. And the reason being is you want to be healthy, you want to be well when you start making money so that you can do all the things that you want to do. I mean, it only makes sense to take care of yourself. Not only that, the healthier you are, the more mentally focused you are, the better you'll do.
Yes, it's like an all around, mind, body, and spirit, because this is what it feels like to have support and that you never experienced before. But the great thing about this is that this actually appeals to the masses. Again, it doesn't matter what business that you are. It's the process of the personal growth that we've had students that are in our program that has not promoting this, but used it to get promotions in his corporate job.
Yeah, he did. He surely did. He
got a
promotion.
$30,000 promotion at his same job that he had been doing for 2 years.
because he used it to change his attitude, his
Exactly.
outlook on life. It teaches you leadership.
It teaches you leadership and how to do that. So do you want to own it? Do you want to know a little bit more about, what this is? Well, here's what you're going to get. Okay. You're going to get the proven method, the free proven method, traffic method for $1,997.
Well, it's cost of $1,997.
Okay. You're going to get the Black Ops membership.
Yep.
Value at $8,997, which is that gives you access to unlimited support, where you don't have to wait for an email response back from technical issues, or you get real help at real time. Because the great thing about our community in Black Ops is that we are a team. And if we're in Northern America and we're right now, we're like 8 o'clock, 8:30, 8:45 here.
It's 3 in the morning.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning in the London. But how about those people that are in London or overseas? They're actually helping people that are like, when you're asleep, you're helping their team, and they're helping your team.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful, support that we have. Okay. So you get the top secret traffic source.
That's worth more than the rest of it.
Yeah, that's priceless, but I had to put a price tag on something, right?
That's priceless.
And how would you like the fast track of content? Contacts that you can plug into a system that can get you the emails wrote, or do extra stuff that can help you as you grow your business. Okay, that's worth $1,997. That's a total of $13,988. Okay, but now I told you, if you stuck around until the very end, that I was going to give you a big bonus, and this is the 10X factor, and it's valued of $10,000, and that's the 90-day millionaire mentoring training with our one and only, or actually two of our guys. But the only problem is we only have 5 spots left, because we don't want a lot of people just coming in. We want to actually work with you one-on-one. So this is not for the masses. This is for someone that really wants to change their life. They've been struggling in their business. They've hit that wall. They're not getting the spots on the leaderboards. I mean, these are really for serious folks.
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, it takes a lot to work with an individual. And now some it does, some it doesn't. We've got some that come in and boom, they already, they've been doing something similar to this, not this, but something that giving them the knowledge, and they can walk right into it. And then we have those that we have to work with, and we work with them on an everyday basis. Sometimes, we say, hey, we'll give you half an hour, and 3 hours later, we're still on the call with them, because we want them to be successful. So we've only got 5 spots left. But I can't point that out enough. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to do 20 people, but we can only do 5, in a 2 to 3 week period.
So y'all listen up now, because here's the thing. This is how this system has helped our team and Darren Little and Ari make $208 million in 30 days.
No kidding.
And no paid ads. These are a millionaire mentoring that you actually get to actually watch them live recruit. When you get to watch them, it is life changing.
Oh God, it's like, okay, I thought I was doing right until I started watching them, and I was following everything they were telling me, but I didn't see the nuances of the way Darren does it and the way Ari. It's like, oh, this is like, whoa. I mean, light bulb comes on.
I know. I wish.
Then we had a $2,000 day.
I know, right? So, I mean, this would have been such a life-changing program if we would have seen it back 2 years ago.
No kidding.
Right? So here's what we're going to get. Again, it's the proven free method.
We just went through all that, didn't we?
Yep, we just did that. Okay. So that's the total of $23.90.
988.
I can't talk.
Yeah. After a while.
And so we are actually crossed over $1 million in instant paid commission online from a flat start in 6 months period with
Think about that.
absolutely no pay.
This company went and paid out $1 million in commissions. And this is, I mean, we got part of that. $1 million commissions in 6 months.
It's crazy.
From start. That's how good this thing is.
So this is real people getting results.
I'm real.
So these are real people getting real results, just like we did.
Real folks like us.
We did.
We just country folks.
And so, I mean, we're talking about
$22,988.
but you're not going to pay for that.
Not $499.97. Not $24.97.
Just half of that.
Not even $1,997. I'm telling you, it's just, you know.
So to get started with the Genesis Education Library, it's only going to be $1,149 to get you started. To get started right now, like I said, it's only going to be $1,149. So click on the button below, get you started, and get in touch with us. Whoever invited you to this webinar,
Yeah, get back with them.
Get back with them, or get in touch with us. We'd be happy to help you get you back in touch with the person that invited you here.
Indeed.
So again, click on the button. It will take you through another little series of some steps to get your account set up. Once you do that, let's jump on this quick kickstarting call with me or Paul or whoever invited you, so that we can make sure that you can start cranking out those $1,000 per day, just like us on this team, because that is the.
Our whole goal is not just to help you, but we'll get you up and running within a day or two. I mean, it's not going to be none of this. Hey, a month later we come back and it's like, okay, we finally got you ready. No, we're going to get you ready. Most of the time she has it done the same day. You know, while she's talking to you, she's got it done. So we'll have your funnels and everything set up. I mean, we do everything we can to make sure that when you hit the road, you running, baby.
All right. Well, again, I appreciate y'all being here with us. Y'all go out and have a good night. We look forward to speaking with y'all very soon. Again, click on that button. Get back in touch with the folks that invited you here. It was a pleasure being able to do tonight's training with y'all, and we look forward to working with you very soon.
You know, I want to thank Nicole for coming on, a girl who's gotten truly amazing results. Also, I want to leave you with this. Henry Ford once said, and this is, I can't put it any better than he did. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Very true, y'all.
You know,
you have to believe that you can accomplish this, and it will happen.
Look, I know it's time to get started. It's time to change your life.
Right. So we look forward to seeing and talking with y'all later on. And again, thank you, Nicole. And we will see y'all again shortly.
Bye.